This is Woodway's Isofree machine that we purchased about 6 months ago. At promotion, there's a ton of things that you can do on this, mostly for balance, for restoring balance, for assessing balance control, for assessing risk of falls, for instance. So I'm going to just show you a couple little things that we'll do here. So for assessment of a person, we may take you into testing, and we're going to try doing a static test here, and we're going to do the limits of stability. Now we have Kelsey here. She has her feet in the right position on there, more or less. Bring that left foot in just a little bit. There you go. Okay, so in this particular test, what she's going to do is try to move the cursor around here to find how far she can lean without losing control here. So we'll just take you through a quick test of this. She's in control of the cursor. She has to hit the blinking dot and then get as close as she can to this one, even beyond it if she can. It won't stop blinking. It'll give her about 5 seconds to hit each one. It's going to progressively go through there, and she's doing a good job getting all the way out to the edge. But many people cannot get all the way out there. Let's see where so she shifts into the front quadrant there. Many people won't be able to get up there, but they're going to stay in here, and they're not confident and capable of getting out to the edges, the limits of their stability here. So it shows that they just want to stay in the middle here, and if they get outside that limit of stability, they're at a high risk for falling. So each time she gets about 5 seconds to get as far as she can in each direction. She also has to return to the middle with the cursor. So notice even if she hits the blinking dot, it's not going to stop blinking. It'll give her time to do the best score she can there. Dang, she's really good. She's not going to be at high risk for falls here. And one more probably to the front, leaning out. And this should all be done here, not leaning with the torso, which a lot of people do because that doesn't change your center of mass much. She has one more here. And so we want the person to work with their ankles and their feet to get success here. So you can see that she's scored a 100. Yes. Maybe the only 100 we've seen here. So this is normalized for age, height, weight. For this, we can track a person's, if I had put in her information in here, then it would save her data. So it gives a little plotting drawing of where she moved throughout this. And then we could save it, compare it at some future date to her baseline here if she thinks that she had had an injury or if she feels like her balance isn't as good as it used to be. Then we have other there's many other things we can do on here. Let's just show off a couple others, which might include doing some games, because games are always fun. It doesn't even seem like you're working when you get to fly an airplane. Like this. We'll have her be super still on here, and we'll pick easy, but they all seem pretty hard. So she's flying this plane here. Just by shifting her weight, she's going to try to hit each one of these targets, the white diamond on there, and if she hits it, then bing, she does a good job, and now she has to dive down, which means leaning forward a little bit. She steers it to the left by leaning left, to the right by leaning right, and if she misses one of these, it adds 5 seconds on to her time, and of course she wants to have the lowest time that she can by the time she finishes the game. So the game will last about 2 minutes long, and it's a good way to work on the fine motor shifting. Oh! She missed that one, so it added 5 seconds to her. So she is not going to have a record here. Ooh, got it. Good. And while the plane may burst into flames during this, it never explodes, and nobody's ever been injured on this, even if they're just augering the plane into hillsides. Thank you for demonstrating that, Kelsey.
You're welcome.
Look at that. It's just burning.
Oh. So touchy.
No employees were injured during the filming of this.
Maybe just emotionally.
Ooh, yeah. And one more, that's the top of the hill. So you have a progression of these. There's many other games you can play on here, all of them promoting balance and challenges to balance, so that we can come back and then try a person later and see if they've improved. So that's the Isofree machine at promotion.